A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, it's useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because through excessive thinking they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, reality is
So I've had a pretty bad past couple of days. Having what we call episodes 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes having these episodes, and they occur from me falling back into my old patterns and my old habits and my old ways. And a lot of it's caused by stress and built up anxiety and depression, and me falling in back to substance and dependency on using substance and relying on that to cope and get through my day, instead of using a top line behavior to replace that bottom line behavior. And then all the dark feelings come back. Am I good enough? Why can't I be a good husband? Do my kids still love me? Would they be better off without me? Should I kill myself? And for those who aren't familiar with suicidal ideation and having those suicidal thoughts, man, it is a motherfucker. To sit there and lay in bed and wonder if you're fucking good enough, dude. If you should even continue living. And I haven't really been in that dark of a place since before I started treatment. I think back on Mother's Day is when I gave my mom a great present of telling her that I would just be better off dead and I should just kill myself. Getting back to this moment that I'm in right now is so familiar. I've been dealing with it for so many years. Middle school was probably the first time I ever thought about killing myself. Heartache over a girl. And that continued all through high school, wanting to kill myself over stupid shit. And it's such a dark place to be in. And self-harm isn't just cutting yourself. It's not. It's standing in the fucking mirror and telling yourself that you're a fucking piece of shit. It could be punching yourself in the face, which I've done many a fucking times in my life. Grab a feather if you're gonna beat yourself up with something, man. Rather you beat yourself with a feather than a bat. So these episodes, they suck. They're fucking devastating and they are crippling. I get sick to where I think I'm dying. And they start from this weird feeling I get in my head earlier that day, and I know that they're coming. I start preparing my body. It's too late to stop it. Now I just have to deal with it and keep telling myself I'm gonna be okay. Nighttime rolls around, waking up in the middle of the night and fainting right out of my sleep. I feel it coming. Boom. Faint. Drenched in sweat. Run into the bathroom. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. Boom, 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 boom. Curled up on the bathroom floor, screaming for help for your fucking wife. And she comes in and she doesn't know what to do with you, man. She's so scared. And there's been so many times. There was one year I was in the ER probably 5 times. Because we didn't know what it was. We didn't know what to do or how to manage it. We didn't know what to do besides call 911 at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then them sending me home later that day because they don't know what the fuck is wrong, dude. Years of going to doctor after doctor, blood work after blood work, head scan after head scan. How I come out of these episodes now are so much proactive than the way I used to. Used to, they would last 7 days to 2 weeks to 3 weeks sometimes. Sitting there waking up crying every day. And what I've learned in treatment, how to deal with those episodes, man, 2 days is what I have to deal with them right now. And I tell you what, that's fucking progression. That's progress. Whether I take a step back, and I don't even see it as taking a step back or a slip up, I still see it as progression. Me acknowledging that I am falling back into my old patterns, fuck man, that's a win right there, dude. That is a win. Any day that I still get to wake up living for my kids and my wife and for myself and for my fucking future, dude. That's a win, dude.